Alright, thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, I got that. Whatever you just give.
You're just doing dry?
Yeah. Just too clear, yeah.
Okay. It looks like we're back, Mikey. Back in finally. Good to have everyone back.
Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good, mate. How's the little fella going?
Hopefully he'll be doing fine now that he's just chilling there playing Rocket League.
Don't forget, at the end, we will have the spin and win. Boys are just putting their settings up, and then we can get started. Do apologise for the delay. Not much we can do about it, to be honest with you, mate. So it looks like it's going to be an all-dry race. So apparently they were predicting wets at the end, but that's not going to go ahead now. Well, finally, it looks like we're going to get started. So obviously, you've still got family over in the US, yeah?
Do what? What'd you say?
Hey, what's that? You still got
What did you
family
say?
in the US?
Do I still have family in the U.S.?
Yeah, you've still got family in the US. You got a
Oh,
farm or
of course
something?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got like
oh, geez, hang on. We're
400
going.
acres of
Mate,
hay I gotta cut.
Hey, geez, here we go. We're racing. There we go. Lights out. No formation lap. Away we go. Thanks very much for the heads up, Kahoot. Noodles didn't get the jump. And Kahoot's got through. I didn't even think that. Oh, geez, I tell you what, we've gone racing real fast. But Kahoot's got the jump. Oh, geez, I tell you what.
Oh no, the winner's in the wall. He's picking someone else.
Oh, no. What's Winter done? But he's got no damage.
Bounced off the Ferrari into the
Oh,
wall.
wow.
He might have taken J-Rad with him.
J-Rad or Rilo. In the Rilo in the Tifosi, he's got through J-Rad. In the Williams. The solo Williams, but Winter's got through. That's a great pickup. So here we go.
Josie
Left for
Wales
dead.
just about spun it. He's under attack.
Oh, boy, he's intense. So way down there, lots of action down. Oh, they go up wide. Josie Wales holds it. Harry Dwells in Abyss just was able to manage it. Deb's all the way down, but take a look at the biggest loser. Left for Dead, after the lobby reset, has dropped 4 spots. Winter's dropped 5. Cahoot's dropped 1. Noodles has got finally past him into P1 so he can get used to those reds. Let's get on to the intervals. No, we want tyres. Yeah, Claps, I'm racing tomorrow, mate. Sorry about that, Mike. That was a hectic start. What did you pick up from there?
Josie made all the big name drivers making mistakes. Betsy almost got himself put into the outside wall at the exit of turn 2, and then his teammate did get put there. Taking Rubric and possibly Left for Dead with him, and then Josie Wales making a mistake and getting absolutely dive bombed by Daff.
Oh, right, okay. And Deb and Harry are having themselves a little ding-dong battle down here, down the main straight. Deb's got a truck full of speed as he's trying to get the job done with Harry, but it looks like Harry's going to hold on. You'll be happy.
Yes, thank you, guys and girls.
So Noodles leads it. Noodles leads it with those reds. He's just trying to get Betsy. He's got himself up to P2. Kahoot. So Betsy's got himself in a really good position with this restart. Rilo into P4. Relic into P5. Curtis 6. J-Rad in P7. Winter P8. Biggest of the losers. And Winter, Rubric, and Left for Dead down there in 10. He will be spitting chips, as Frizy would say. But Noodles needs to make hay while the rain comes down. He's got to get on with the job, Mike. With those reds, they are going to go off, I reckon, between lap 5 and lap 6.
Yeah, good call. It'll be lap 5 or 6 when those reds start to fall off a cliff, and he's going to want to get off them around 8 or 9. Ooh, Kahoot into the wall. Looks like he hasn't taken any damage, but you're not going to want to do that too many times, or else you will knock the right front end fence off that car.
Exactly. And we missed our calling because we had no formation lap, Mikey. We didn't get the lights out and the boogity, let's go racing, boys, which I'm very disappointed about. I think that's going to be a staple of the Australian Div 1. So Kahoot, Rilo seizing him up here. Betsy with the fastest lap. What Kahoot does, he's able to block it out. And Betsy's got himself into DRS with Noodles on the hards of all things. Looking very racy, if you don't mind. Riley looking for a way up on the inside. Nothing doing there. Relic dropped to P5. Oh! Riley's out. He's hit the wall. Good night, Riley. The Tifosi are spitting it. They're not happy. He's out. We have our first VC virtual safety car. I think you'll find. Yep, there's no safety car out on the track, Mike. So it's a virtual safety car. So neutralises the track. That'll let Noodles go maybe 1 or 2 more laps. But we saw Riley going in there. And he did not come out. Yes, Waze, lobby restart, mate. So under the virtual safety car. And DRS, so we're back live racing. Noodles leads by 1.2 seconds. Betsy on those hards and Kahoot in P3. Relic P4, Curtis P5. Let's take a look, J-Rad in P6 here, Winter. Looking racy, got himself back to P7, but that's because Arilo's crashed out. Left for dead in P8, Rubric P9, and Willie rounds out our top 10. JC Wales hasn't been a great start for the reigning, the guy that's our championship leader at the moment. In all sorts of problems. This is going to let Betsy catch up. And how have you found the start of the race, Mike?
I mean, yeah, it looks like it's worked out pretty well for some drivers that made big mistakes before the lobby restart. Betsy.
Betsy,
but,
yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much par, except for Josie. Josie hasn't really been able to make up much. He's now getting up behind Willie. But if Josie wants to win this race, I feel like he needs to get the let out and start moving. Yep. He's on the hard compound tire just like everybody else is around him. Everybody else is basically on the same strat except for 3 cars. So he's got to get moving. Unfortunate to see Rilo having that issue and going out early on, but it is what it is, and that's racing.
That's it.
It's called a motor race.
That's it. We went Wason as your... Yeah, we got Wason. There's it. There's little Mike in the back.
Race cars?
Yes, there he is. They're going Wason.
What race cars, Dad?
Yeah, you see the race cars, Bubba.
Hey, cutie. How are you, mate? They're going Wason. Little Mike on the comms.
Oh, God.
Futures.
I love this kid, dude.
I can imagine why. How cute is he? So,
Michael, go play your game. You're not steering my race car right now.
there we go. J-Rad gets himself up to P4. Winter's got himself up to P5. And Curtis into P6. Drops down. Left for dead. Sort of recovering. He's now got to P7. Relic into P8. Rapid Rubric P9. Now, Relic doesn't want to tell you this, but in one of our partnership league, Wallaby Racing, he got passed by one Pajala. and he wasn't happy about it. Abu Dhabi, be the only time I ever passed Relic on track, legitimately. So Rubik P9 and Willie rounding out our top 10, and Josie's just not making use. He's going to have to get going. Good to see Daff going around. Not too sure. Hugh's obviously away at the moment on study. Harry in P13, Deb and Abyss rounding out our field. But this is not playing into Noodle's hands.
Red Bull's climbing up behind that Ferrari. He's
already
within a second. Noodles is now at the fall-off point of that tire. To be fair, though, I bet Noodles probably expected this, and he went for the soft just to try to get him away from everyone else to give himself the best chance for a podium.
Yeah, exactly. So, thanks very much, Mitchie. Really appreciate it, mate. Just our way of saying thank you to the Queen. I know not everyone was a big fan of what she did or the monarchy, but at the end of the day, the Queen was a human being and deserves respect. That she's done a lot for the community, and not a lot of people have got some short memories of what she was able to do. But
I mean, she's starting a James Bond film, okay? All you people that don't like her, just fuck off.
Exactly. Absolutely. Betsy's handing down Noodles. Those reds are going off faster than a hooker on a Saturday night, let me tell you. And he's going to have to box. So Betsy, 5 seconds down the road from Kahoot. J-Rad in P4, doing a great account of himself. Went to P5 after that disaster start that Mike picked up. Left for dead into P6. He's got himself back into contention. Curtis P7, Relic P8, Rubrik P9, and Willie still rounding out the top 10. Linus Stern, those hard guys. Kahoot picked this before the race, didn't he, Mike? That, you know, he might have had that one lap pace, got him good enough to get himself on pole in the wet, but he thought, well, he did have some reservations and doubts that he could make it over a 26 lap distance, and his prediction seems to be ringing true as Betsy holds a commanding 4-second lead over him in P2 with Noodles about to box at any stage.
Yeah, and I actually think that he's running a little bit more downforce than some of the others. I was just watching into the speed trap there at the end of Sector 2. He was hitting about 300 kph, whereas most of the following cars behind him were doing almost 310, 315k before they were hitting the brakes into that corner.
Yep. Yes,
Down
we can
the front
see
straightaway,
clips.
he's only hitting about 333, and cars behind him are just about hitting 338, 339. Left for Dead with the DRS hitting 348 kph before hitting the brake pedal.
He's got that Tory.
Left for Dead trimmed out.
Yep, he's got it singing. Him and Winter on those meetings.
Down here, it looks like, did Rubrik just make a mistake and allow Daff through? Rubrik just lost the position of Daff and is falling 2 seconds behind him.
He's not great out.
Oh, Curtis and Relic side by side going into the end of the first sector. Oh, it could be the wall. Wow.
Nope. Got away with it. Think Relic obviously made a mistake, or did he take that position off Curtis?
Deb's into the pits. Deb's just put on a new set of soft tires.
Yeah. So he's obviously going to two-stop it.
Not sure what Deb hopes to gain from the two-stop.
I tell you now, there was a bee's dick between the castle wall and Relic's front wing just going through the castle section. You wouldn't want to get it any closer, but he seemed to have got away with it somehow.
Tell you what, I don't know if Betsy's just decided to back off and kind of hang out here because he's got a good gap to the rest of the field, or if Noodles has turned up the wick, but Noodles is doing very well.
Yeah,
he's keeping that gap at about 0.8 of a second most of the way around the lap until they get to this front straightaway. And Noodles is to the left.
He's in the box. His pits.
Oh,
just got away with it. But Kahoot, take a look at that.
Missed that wall.
Take a look at the gap. That was almost over 5 seconds 2 laps ago, Mike. It's now under 4. So either Betsy's making a few errors or was held up by Noodles, or Kahoot's starting to find the balance of the car a little bit better. But he has got J-Rad for company in
You got
P3.
Josie all over the. Oh, he's made contact with the back of the Haas on the exit of turn 2. Both of them have DRS heading down the straightaway down into turn 3, but looks like Josie's going to get that
He's
done
gonna
cleanly
get that
before they get the braking zone.
Yep, absolutely. So he gets himself up to P7. And he's going to start hunting down Relic. Curtis sort of understanding.
Let's see. It doesn't look like Curtis has damage there, Claps. It looks like the front wing of his car looks pretty good.
Yeah, true.
I don't see any damage to that car whatsoever. I think Curtis might just be struggling a bit to try and keep up with the pace that these guys are setting right now.
Left 4 Dead's been able to get Winter somewhere. I reckon was probably on the main straight. You did point out that he had this car trimmed pretty lean. So he's making use of those long straights as he tries and rebuilds what was a poor start from him, but he's up in P4.
Rocking that beautiful Lando Norris helmet.
Oh, yes. And there's a McLaren in the wall, I think. Was that Daff? Daff had some issues there somewhere. Not too sure what happened, but it was yellow sector 2s. Betsy leads by 4 seconds. Kahoot has dropped down, so J-Rad has got himself up into P2. The former Div 3 superstar who took all before him. Oh, a little bit twitchy. Does that give Kahoot the opportunity? Not too sure it has. And he holds stay. So great pass there by J-Rad down the main straight. 4 seconds or 4.5 seconds to Betsy. Left 4 Dead. Just a further 2 seconds. Winter dropping out of that DRS zone. And Relic at 2 seconds. That's staying pretty stable there. And Josie Wales now within half a second of Relic. So after a pretty poor qualifying, Mike, Josie's starting to pick the drivers off one by one. And it's just about consolidating and trying to get as many points as he can and maintaining as much of a gap over Betsy as he can in the championship, Mike.
Well, I mean, really, this is where this is where Josie comes to shine, though, as the stint progresses. Josie's always seemed to be one of those drivers that just gets more out of his car, almost like a Sergio Perez. He can just hold on to the tires better than most can throughout the beginning of a stint and really pick his way through and then shine bright like a diamond toward the end of it, heading for the pit stop.
Relic ghosted, and I don't know if he disconnected or something happened there, but Josie was able to, as you said, shine bright, and he's now got himself up to P6.
Cahoot's got a run, though, going down the front straightaway. He's got 345 kph on that car. I just feel like Cahoot might be carrying a little bit too much wing on that car.
Josie in P5. Oh, Willie's. Who's in the pits? Winter. Winter's gone into the pits.
You know, Cahoot told us in the pre-race that he was running wings that were below 6, but he wouldn't actually tell us what they were. I feel like he might be running a rear wing of like a 2 or maybe a 3.
Yeah.
Because right now, everybody that's out here running with a rear wing of 0 has a huge advantage over him. And I feel like J-Rad is one of those drivers. J-Rad on 40% battery, he's basically not using it the whole lap until they exit onto that front straightaway. And then he just hits it a little bit and hits about 345 kph. And Cahoot just can't get close to him. Cahoot can't build up the speed to get there.
Great. Left 4 Dead sort of 3 seconds back. That's sort of maintaining.
Oh, this could be a pass for 13th. Harry Dwells is all over the back of Hugh Dapp as they make the run down to turn 3.
Oh. But Daff was able to close the door.
About Cahoot. Can Cahoot get a run on the front straightaway? He has a good exit out of the final hard corner, but it just seems, look at the drive off that the Williams gets.
Yeah.
And the Williams isn't deploying at all. Now he deploys just a little bit. He only deployed there for about 2 seconds, but he's already doing 330 kph. And Cahoot's just so far behind him by the time the DRS opens, there's nothing he can do to get there.
Yep, so I think J-Rad's quite comfortable. JC Wales now
Left
to
for Deb's
P4.
in.
Yep, he's into the box. He's had enough of the yellows. In for a set of hards, I'd imagine, to the end. Yep, there they go. So he'll drop.
He's being held. What's he being held for? Why ain't the car going?
Your
I
guess
couldn't
is
see what
good.
happened. Did he get a wing change or something?
Well, I didn't get a wing change, but I think he had a poor pit stop. You know, the interactive. Maybe he just forgot, oh, hang on, I've got to press a button here. So.
God, he sat there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but he was able to
That's
get
gonna
out.
drop him way downfield.
Yeah. No, well, he's been able to maintain his position over Winter, who boxed before him. So he's lucky to have come out in front, but he was definitely held. You're absolutely 100% right, Mike. So JC now 5.6 seconds. Relic now within DRS. Willie up there in P6. So the first of our front runners, which is Noodles, who's gone on to the hards. Be interesting to see if he can get those hards all the way home, or he's banking on a late safety car so that he can box for the mediums. Or another set of reds, because they'll have all the drivers will have 4 fresh set of reds because of the lobby restart. So we see what Noodles, he's starting to reel Willie in. Rubik further down, and Curtis in P9, left for dead. 10 seconds back, adrift of Curtis. And him and Winter will recommence their battle. Meanwhile, up in front, Cahoot just doesn't have that speed that he needs, Mike, to get the pass down on J-Rad. And J-Rad is doing himself a little Danny Ricciardo, just holding.
Oh, there's a Haas off.
Oh, that would be Abyss.
It's Abyss.
Yep, into the wall of stupidity. Wall of broken wings. But
that is one of the weirdest corners when it
Oh,
comes
it
to
is.
braking, though.
It
The way
is.
that it sets up, it's almost like I really found that in order to make that corner, if you were to turn the racing line on and
Yep.
look at where the racing line wants you to brake,
Yep.
in order to properly make that corner, you'd have to brake at least 5 to 10 meters before that point.
Yes.
To properly make that corner and carry any speed out of it.
Yeah,
So
very
any
true.
driver that's running the racing line today, if they just lapse in concentration for a split second and forget that they have to brake before that, they're going to end up out there where we just saw Abyss. And it looks like Abyss actually kept it out of the wall and went to the escape road. As he's done it again, he's gone to the escape road at turn 2.
Oh, no. He loves
Beautiful
those.
flick turn, though. He gets it back on the track really quick.
A la Seb Vettel from there. But
Starting to
Betsy.
look like Mahavir Raghunathan. He's going to get stuck in those escape roads and never escape.
Exactly. So J-Rad there in P2 with Cahoot. Cahoot just doesn't have the extra speed he needs. He's burning DRS all the while. J-Rad's just doing enough to hold him out, but more and more with these two guys battle, Betsy gets himself out further and further in front. That lead is now 5 seconds. JC Wales down a further 6 with Relic for company. So Mike,
What's really getting me is Cahoot. You think Cahoot is running extra downforce, but he can't catch up to J-Rad through Sector 2.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I'm not too sure about the setup he's running. Question though for you, Mike, when do you reckon? Okay, so you're going to have 3 or 4 of these medium guys of the top 5 will go to the medium strat. What, lap 14,
15, 16.
15? Will any one of these guys take the punt and try and push it to Reds lap 19, 20? Whoa, Cahoot's done it. And this is the worst thing. Why can't I? How has he not got damage from that?
I'm wondering the same thing. He should have lost an M plate from that.
Deb's
Oh, Deb's
retired.
retired.
Do we
Oh, that's
have?
gonna be a safety car.
It is.
That's
It's a safety car. Safety car. So now this is. What does Noodles do? Does Noodles take the fresh set of mediums, gets himself onto the lead driver's same tyres, or does he push these hards on? Let's see what happens here from Betsy. What's Betsy do? Does he take the free
Betsy's
stop?
gotta
Surely
go
he's got to
take
go
the
in.
mediums.
He's on the
He's gotta go
mediums.
in and take
Yep.
the mediums.
J-Rad is... Yeah, he's in. Cahoot's in. Josie Wales. Josie...
Stays out.
Stays
Oh,
out.
sorry.
No.
No.
He has. No,
Oh,
he's
I
in.
thought he was for a
I thought he
second.
was. Relics behind him. Noodles is going to take the mediums. He's going to get onto the same strat. Willie comes in. Rubric comes in. They're all coming in. Curtis comes in. Left for Dead. What does Left for Dead do here?
I'd stay out if I were Left for Dead.
Left 4 Dead in winter,
just out.
easy.
He is. He stays out. Let's go. Yes.
So let's see what he can do here. Winter has... Oh, he's going to come out in front of Noodles. Yes. So he's got himself up to P6, but he's on those hards. So he's taken the gamble. Winter, however, did pit, and he's on the... Oh, no. He hasn't realised he was on 9-lap old mediums. He's put himself back up. You realise that there's only one set of mediums in the race, Winter. He's made a massive mistake here because they're not going to get another 12 laps. Surely not.
They probably won't. He's either made a mistake or he's betting that this yellow is going to breed another yellow, as you say in the U.S.
Yeah,
and he'll be able to come in again and box for a set of softs. I'm leaning more toward he muffed this up.
Yeah,
and went
I
for
think
the wrong tire by accident.
Yeah. I don't know, because if you remember, if you go to the mediums, it's only got one tyre in the race. I know a lot of people say it's a glitch, but it's actually not a glitch. If you actually take a look at the tyre choice when you enter the race, it clearly tells you, it gives you 4 sets of reds for qualifying, which all carry over, and you have 1 medium and 1 hard for the race. So, yeah, he's just made a mistake.
Unless it's a sprint weekend.
Yes, sprint weekend. I do apologise. Yes, you are 100%
if it's a sprint
correct.
weekend, you get 2.
Yes. And Curtis is DNF'd somehow. Not too sure where
he's put it in the wall at the top of the hill.
A place of broken wings, and he's just put it into the wall. And
What a Haas move! A Haas it under safety car right there at Baku.
Oh my god!
Scripted. Hashtag scripted.
Hashtag scripted. So under safety
How about
car,
Left for Dead though? Left for Dead stayed out, and I feel like he's got so much straight line speed. He's going to be faster than some of these guys in front of him, like Relics and Kahoot.
Just sent a message there to Curtis. Well, we've got that. Not too sure if he wants to come in and talk to us. But Curtis will now go down after boxing, getting DNFing it under the safety car. The Rapid Racing Muppet of the Week award. Congratulations to you, Curtis. So, thanks to everyone hanging around. Curtis goes, oh, yeah, mate, you put it into the wall, mate. I don't know how you do that. But anyway, you've done what you've done. Abyss has gone to the Reds, Mike. He's gone super straight.
It's doable. When this safety car comes in, we're basically going to have, what, 10 or 11 left?
Yeah.
It's doable, and it can maybe gain him a few positions in the short run, but in the long run, he's really going to be praying that the checkered flag comes soon.
Mm-hmm. So, J-Rad, who made the jump up from Div 3 to Div 1 at the middle of this year, making a great account of himself. Kahoot in P3 and Josie. Jeez, it's just come back to Josie though, this has, hasn't it? So bear with me, mate, I'll be right back. So Josie right now has a comfortable, I wouldn't say comfortable, but a 13-point lead over Betsy in the championship. Long way to go. followed by Chrissy. Where is Chrissy tonight, by the way? I didn't see him tonight in the Aston Martin race.
Yeah, if I remember right, he checkmarked too that he'd be here.
He was even in the chat. Chrissy? He was the one that told us the Parc Fermé was off. So obviously he must be at work or something. Must be. We've got one more lap. Hold on. I'll be right back, mate. So I'm going to get a drink of water.
Well, while he takes a little drink and pisses off for a little bit, we'll go ahead and do a run through the field. So you got Betsy, who's led them since the beginning of the race, up here in P1, still in the lead. J-Rad in second. All these drivers on new medium tires. Rapid Kahoot started this race from pole after an exciting lap in the wet around this racetrack in qualifying, but just couldn't seem to hold it. Looks like he might be running a little too much downforce, but that might end up helping him here at this late stage of the race. Josie Wales started this race way down the grid and has been able to see himself up from P13 where he was on lap 1, now up into P4 with a shot at a podium and a shot to win the race. Relics all the way up into P5, doing very well, bringing Alfa Romeo up the field and bring himself into podium contention. Left for dead, one driver that decided to stay out during the safety car period. He did not pit for tires, so he could be at a slight disadvantage here in the beginning when this safety car returns back into the pit lane. Noodles, the only Ferrari left on the racetrack, currently running P7. The owner, Rapid Rubric, doing his best to keep his car inside the top 10, currently running in the 8th position. Rapid Willie in the Williams, right behind him, currently in 9th, also on a set of brand new mediums. And then Winner, the Red Bull that's been struggling today and making mistakes as he gets almost into the wall there under safety car trying to heat up the tires. Safety car will come in this lap.
Exactly.
Only 3 runners DNF from this race so far, but we're going to look back toward the front now and see when does Betsy decide to go. You can see the safety car heading in now. Betsy going really slow. He's only doing 60 kph. He's trying to jumble these boys up.
He's going to back them up like a truck. When does he go? So Betsy will not be happy. He had a pretty comfortable lead, but safety cars are safety cars. They come at all times, Mike. Sometimes they help you, sometimes they don't. And he is away. So Betsy leads us up to turn 1. J-Rad still trying to warm up those tyres as they squiggle around. Cahoots dancing around like he's on Dancing with the Stars there on the main straight, trying to get some heat in the tyres, and we're away. So Betsy holds it comfortably. Any sort of action down there, Mike, keep an eye on it. As
everybody's pretty much held station. Everybody's been weaving around down the front straightaway trying to get more heat into the tires.
Yep.
Which I love to see. Drivers got their heads turned on, trying to get that heat in at every possible point they can. Everybody seems to hold station except for Noodles. Noodles makes a look on Left for Dead, but couldn't get it done.
Those hard tyres are going to take some time to get up to temperature. Left for Dead needs to continue to make that AlphaTauri wide as possible, and Noodles just needs to be patient.
Did a very good job, though. He did a great job under the safety car to keep that tire up in the window. He was working harder than anybody else.
And mind you, I forgot, Left for Dead actually had a 3-second pen from the last race, so that's helped him, so it's all cleaned. So Relic up into P5, Josie Wales, he'd be happy to be sitting there P4 right behind Kahoot and J-Rad. And Betsy has already pulled out a nice 1.8 second lead after this first lap after the safety car.
Yeah, and look at Kahoot and J-Rad. It's back to the norm, about a 6/10 gap between the two. It looks like J-Rad's just able to pull out that much, and then Kahoot can sit there, but Kahoot does catch him just a little bit as they come out of that fast left-right onto the front straightaway, but they're both pulling away from Josie.
That's it. So Left for Dead, does Noodles take the jump here? No, he doesn't. So Noodles was able to, had to hold his own behind Left for Dead. Rubric the boss back there in P8. Willie P9. Winter in P10. You won't be happy down there. Harry and Daff making a good count. And Abyss, who has not raced with us for a very long time, rounding out our field. But Betsy holding that 1.8 seconds. J-Rad's obviously got the temperature of the tyres back up to where he would like and is maintaining, if not starting to slowly close that gap. Seems to have the advantage over Betsy into sectors 2, but Betsy seems to stretch his legs through sector 3 and just maintain that gap. So J-Rad through the castle section. Kahoot, he can definitely spell Safina at the end of this race, I reckon.
I'll tell you what, Rapid Rubric is really working on it right now. He's trying so hard. He's actually losing time to Willie. Willie's right there with him. Willie can really read the rear wing now. He's going to be able to make a pass if he stays with him right here. Look at the drive, though, the Alpha Tower he gets. He's running a little bit lower downforce. Look at him pull away as they go down the straightaway.
Exactly. Willie, DRS is now enabled. That'll make his job maybe slightly. Meanwhile, Noodles up the front. Still can't get it through. Rubik holds through Willie. And they're starting to close back. So it looks like Left 4 Dead's got that DRS train going on.
Oh, here comes Noodles this time. He's going driver's right. The Alpha Tower, he can't do anything about it to hold him off. And Left 4 Dead loses the position.
And that's it. Noodles up to P6. Job done. Into turn 3. Good pick up, Mike. And Noodles will now get after Relic 1.2 seconds up the road. Try and take advantage of those mediums. So a good battle from Left, but just couldn't hold out the fast Ferrari of Noodles. Betsy starting to edge a little bit further away. 2.2 seconds now. J-Rad not being able to maintain that pace with Kahoot behind him and Josie Wales in P4.
Oh, Abyss is in the wall.
Again.
Oh, no, it's the McLaren. It's Daff.
Oh, Daff's out.
Hard into the wall to catch
Do we have a safety car again? Safety car again. Now, 7 laps to go. You wouldn't expect the medium guys. Now, Left 4 Dead. Does he take the gamble now and put himself on the reds? I'd like to see what he's going to do here. The rest of the guys will continue on. They're not going to box. 5 laps will easily get them through. But what does Left do?
Betsy's in. Betsy's in.
Betsy's in.
J-Rad stays out.
Wow.
Kahoot stays out.
Kahoot stays out. So what's Betsy?
Out.
Josie and that and Betsy's. What Betsy? He's gone to the reds. Left 4 Dead stayed out as well. Oh,
Betsy
boy.
Hung out to dry.
Oh. Like 2-day-old washing. Betsy's been hung out.
Willie's coming in, though. He knows he's got a free stop. Everybody behind him has to stop because they have damage.
Yep. So, Willie goes through. Abyss pits. Harry will pit.
Abyss takes a new front wing on the Haas.
Daff will be in the chat in a moment. He's already left the session. Well. The Div 3 superstar who has made himself up to Div 1 took all before him, took a couple of races, and now leads his very first lap, although it might be under safety car, Mike, of Rapid Racing Division 1. Can the boy handle the pressure?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing great to hold off Kahoot
Oh,
all race long. I feel like as long as he could, and he was doing it earlier while Kahoot had DRS and he didn't. So I feel like the only real threat he has is if maybe Josie can get through Kahoot and then pressure him. But let's talk about Betsy. You gotta feel bad for the Red Bull driver. He's the only car out there that's pitted from the lead.
Yep.
from that lead group to take the soft. You got to feel for him because he's kind of in a hard spot where there's no way to win it. You either pit, no one goes with you, or you don't pit, and everybody else goes in.
Yeah.
So you got to feel bad for him. He's
do.
gamble that everybody else would pit.
Mm-hmm.
And we've all been there. We've all been leading a race, and we're like, there's only so many laps to go. Everybody's gonna pit. I might as well pit, and then no one follows you.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the worst feeling ever.
Yep.
So
Hollow
you gotta
for him.
feel for him.
You do.
That's some Ferrari strategy right there.
Now the question, I reckon Winter will definitely pull over for Betsy and let him go through. Gumbo, good to see you, mate. The Kebab one in the chat. Hope you're having a great night. Don't forget, after this, spin and win. Chance to win a couple of great prizes.
You know, it's really crazy that I just thought of. Nobody redeemed a hot lap today in qualifying.
No. Yano and Daryl just sat in the box. Did nothing.
Claps, I just want to let you know that Daryl feels very let down, and he's never coming back again. He just told me he's actually getting on a plane right now.
And Claps has said if Relic gets a podium, he's gonna buy a hoodie. Which reminds me, hashtag when's payday, Dutchie? When's payday, Dutchie? Put that in the chat, everyone. So he owes us 20 subs, that boy. We haven't forgotten, let me tell you. Well, I sure as hell haven't. Exactly. When is payday, Dutchie? Yeah, exactly, Mitchie. I haven't forgotten. 20 subs. Cough up, Dutchie. So that's it, Claps. When is payday, Dutchie? Josie Wales and Relic. Well, could he get a podium?
Car should be hitting this time.
You would think so. The Haas of Abyss has well and truly caught up. Oh boy! Oh, Cahoots lost it.
The message already.
Cahoots lost it.
No.
And you that's it. My goodness me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cahoot has spun it around. I've got my next one. Under safety car. He's dropped all the way back to P10. Curtis was the Muppet of the day. Has just lost Muppet of the day to Cahoot, who was sitting there in P2. And guess who's sitting in second, Mike? The championship leader.
Well, now J-Rad's in trouble.
Oh, no, he's not. Look at Noodles.
In trouble.
Noodles is passing him, and illegally too, if you don't mind. Oh, Noodles had to lift. Oh, Relic's up to P3. Wow. Noodles had to lift Winter into P7. Rubric into P8. Cahoots, P9. Willie and Dwells. Betsy's got himself up to P6 already. So he's jumped 3 spots going into turn 1.
J-Rad's got plenty of speed with Williams. He's got to push now. Betsy making a move forward.
He's done it. Got left for dead easily. Noodles is the next up. Here we were, Mike, feeling sorry for Betsy. And Betsy's just doing a Max Verstappen. Passing drivers at will. 4 places in 4 turns. Ridiculous effort there from Betsy. J-Rad, meanwhile, has got a 1.2 second gap on Josie. Importantly, out of DRS. Riding on board here with Betsy. Relic and Noodles in P3, P4. What does Betsy do here? Does he wait? Up here to the turn of Broken Wings. Gets through that nice and comfortably, Mike, and he's got Noodles set up like a spit on a Sunday Arvo at a Greek restaurant ready to rock.
Yeah, but how about J-Rad? He's pulled almost a second on Josie, and he's just kind of holding it there. J-Rad's doing a great job right now. J-Rad could take a win here in Div 1.
He could. We're 4 laps away.
4 laps.
Betsy another position up on the inside of Noodles. The Greek sushi lover holding Betsy at bay. Betsy wants to go on the outside. Give him room. Good respect. Oh, almost clipped the inside, but gets away with
no
it.
Respect needed. Noodles played that perfectly. He went deep into the corner and washed out wide and made Betsy have to back off. It was either stay there or go into the wall, Pally.
Exactly. Noodles says, you shall not pass. Relic clinging to a podium. Claps with the credit card ready for the hoodie. Meanwhile, Abyss has got himself up to P10. Harry into P9. Kahoot with the spin of stupidity at the start. Winter into P7 has done well. Left for dead P6. Betsy looking up on the inside of Noodles.
Knows where it doesn't belong.
You can't go too wide. Oh, Noodles got clipped. Oh, how did they manage? Seriously. And Betsy spun it. Oh, he spun it. Racing incident, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That
it definitely put his nose where it didn't belong. But J-Rad and
overzealous driving.
Yeah, just had to be patient. It's cost him positions. Could that cost him the championship?
He made a mistake. He's lost 3 tenths here to Josie.
Yep.
He's going to lose even more because Josie should have DRS this time.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. And plus also not using the DRS, J-Rad. They're almost... And DRS is enabled with 3 laps to go. Right now, J-Rad sphincter would be as tight as a mouse right now, I reckon. Can he hold on for 3 laps? Relic in P3. Oh, Josie is just hunting. Just waiting. Stalking his prey like a lion in the jungle.
Betsy's actually just left the session, and there's teammates making a move on the sister cars. They go down to turn 4.
So Winter.
Smart back out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone in the chat.
These 2 Red Bull cars fighting each other on the oldest tires out there in the field right now.
Did Betsy just leave or just he... So,
yeah,
did
he left the section.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So J-Rad currently leading half a second. Josie Wales.
What the heck? My wife just invited me to play Rocket. My son has figured out how to invite me.
Oh, there we go. Rubric's out. Rubric's crashed it into the wall. Surely, no, 2 laps to go. They are not going to get a safety car. And Rubric is out. That means guaranteed points for everything. Rubric has left the session.
Oh, Josie's
there. And Josie's up to P1. J-Rad will just stink in there 2 laps.
J-Rad could make a move going down this next straightaway.
Josie needs to get up and about. 31% from J-Rad. Josie Wales just hanging out there. J-Rad looking to pounce though. He hasn't given this up. Relic and the Claps credit card P3. Noodles P4 left for dead. Good recovery to P5 and Winter in P6. Kahoot has got himself to P7. Dwells in P8. Good performance from him. Willie in P9, Abyss, and Betsy rounds it out, but he's ghosted, so it doesn't really matter. So it's up to these 2 front runners, Mike. Josie is going to push to get out of DRS. J-Rad's going to do everything he possibly can to stay inside it.
Josie's actually recovering more battery throughout the lap. The Williams not able to recover as much energy throughout the lap as he's trying to stay with the Mercedes.
Yes. And he just can't.
He's still going to be there and get DRS, though.
He will. But just take a look. He's in the low 30s. Sector 2s and 3s. We've got yellows. Who's that? Winters into the wall. The Red Bulls, it's going from bad to worse. Up the front. J-Rad just doesn't have the pace to go with Josie. Last lap.
The straight line speed of the Williams, though, he's just made up almost 0.3 of a second in that short DRS zone. Let's see what he does down this straightaway.
I'd say right now,
0.7 of a second as they go in.
Yeah, if I'm J-Red's engineer, I'm saying turn off and save it for the last straight. It's the only chance you've got, and he's within half a second. Relic on the podium, claps, credit card at the ready. Noodles 1.5 seconds left for dead. He's not going to go any much further, so really, Mikey, it's for the win. Can J-Rad break his virginity and win his first ever Division 1 race? Or will Josie extend his championship lead to 36 points over his nearest rival, Betsy? Winters out. Winters crashed it into the end of turn 3. So Winters put it into the wall.
Going up the hill. J-Rad's trying to get closer, but Josie knows that's what he's going to do. So Josie does the same. They stay even. J-Rad way later on the brakes, though, into that final top of the hill run.
He's going to let it go. This is it. This is for everything. Josie Wales has probably done enough, I reckon, Mike, to win the race.
Yeah, Josie's got more battery. I really don't feel like there's anything J-Rad can do, unfortunately.
Absolutely, but anyway,
J-Rad, even though he's not going to win, what a brilliant
what a
race
performance. Unbelievable. Sector 3, we've got Josie Wales is going to win the Baku Grand Prix for Division 1. J-Rad P2, Relic in the podium, and Claps get the hoodie. Noodles in P4, Left for Dead P5, Harry Dwells P6, Kahoot into P7 with no wing by the looks of it, and just takes out his teammate and gets P6 out of it. Oh, shit. Betsy comes out with no thing. Willie's got P9, but Betsy's not going to be classified because he was ghosted. Willie in P9. Oh, my goodness me.
His teammate by 0.003.
But you saw how he did it, don't you?
No, I didn't.
He hit him up the arse. He hit him up the arse. That is it. Josie Wales, your driver of the day. Probably, look, I'm going to give it to J-Rad. I mean, I'm one of those guys. I like the sob stories. But a great performance from Josie. Let's get him into the chat.
Yes, Abyss. You will be P9.
Yeah. Trying to get Relic in. Into the podium. And we have one more. I don't actually think I've got J-Rad in. Relic's joined. Relic, if you've got J-Rad is one of your friends, mate, that'd be really good, but I'm going to add him here. So let's wrap this up. Josie Wales, I'm just going to get the gamer tag here. Just going to add him. Yeah, that's probably the reason why. So let's go through. So Josie Wales, J-Rad in P2, Relic and Noodles. Josie Wales has joined, and we're just going to wait on there. Noodles in P4, Left for Dead P5, Kahoot P6, Harry Dwells in P7. J-Rad has joined, but controversy, Betsy's left the session at the end in P8, so he will not be classified. Willie P9, Abyss rounds out our top 10. Great to have him back. Winter, who crashed out with one lap, should be classified as well to P10. And Rubik rounding out our runners. So let's get ourselves over to Victory Lane. And what was a pretty exciting race. And congratulations to P3. Let's start down there. And Relic, there's a pretty happy bloke for you right now. One Claps for Life that's going to go and get himself a customised Rapid hoodie because you made a podium, mate. Congratulations.
Oh, legend, bro. Who was it?
Claps.
Oh, Claps, you're a legend, bro. Congratulations, mate.
Yes. You are. You're never dressed until you're wearing a Sully. Well deserved, mate. We're looking forward to going from there. But, mate, tell us about your race, Relic. Congratulations. You must be happy with the P3.
Yeah, cheers, mate. been handed to me. I mean, Coot spun on a safety car.
Yeah.
And Betsy, he looked quick, but I don't think that strategy would have worked, to be honest. But other than that, I had no pace. I actually can't believe I'm here.
Yep.
I had no pace. I was happy to let Josie through because I wasn't gonna fight him, and I just want to stay in DRS with him. That was tough just to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What
No.
else happened? Yeah, no, not much. Just congrats, J-Rad. Holy crap, you got pace, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and
Dude, he was
yeah,
fucking
congrats to
quick, mate.
Josie.
Yes. And let's get on to the boy. In P2, his first ever Rapid Racing League Division 1 podium. Held Kahoot behind like a Danny Rick. He's ass wider than a BBW model and a U-porn. But J-Rad, mate, your first podium in Div 1, congratulations. You sort of sandbagged for a little while in Div 3, but you found your feet, mate. Congratulations. How does it feel right now?
All I can say is I deserve to be here. That's all I can say. I'm
Fuck
here.
yeah, mate.
I
No
deserve
question.
to be here.
Good
I
boy.
deserve to be here.
That
I
is the
deserve it.
attitude. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Tell us about your race.
Well, do we want to start about the first lobby or?
No, we'll just don't worry about the first lobby because that was shit. Let's go. Move on. The race itself.
Well, yeah, the race itself. Yeah, the quality was all right. Could have done better. Unexpected, but as the race went on, I just drove, and then I found myself in the lead with that second safety car. Don't know what Betsy did with that pit stop. I was very confused. Then I had to hold Josie behind, but didn't work out. But I wish I could have won. But I take a P2, my first podium. I'm happy.
Absolutely, mate. Congratulations. So let's move on. Mike and I sort of commented probably to say his worst qualifying performance we've seen in a very, very long while. Shocking. P12. And then it did say driver of the day, but I think Mike and I are both in agreement.
No, that's just the driver day is only based off how many overtakes you get.
Exactly. I think we'll all agree today, J-Rad.
J-Rad.
Definitely DOD. Driver of the day, mate. Congratulations. But Josie, another day, another win. Congratulations. A great recovery. You must be happy with your performance, mate.
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't really. That was the most topsy-turvy race because the qualifying was bad because I got an update for my Xbox at the start of it, so I got kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it auto-selected my fucking setup to default.
Right.
So I had a default setup in the wet.
Yep.
Not good.
No.
And then I don't really know how to explain that race. I mean, I just like stayed with people. Then with my low wings, I was able to overtake them on the straights, and a couple of interesting decisions allowed me to be on the top step. So
right.
I won't complain. But
No,
honestly, I felt J-Rad was quicker than me in most laps. Like I honestly feel like he had the pace to be number one.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I feel like so yeah.
Good stuff.
But
The wind's
I'll
coming.
take it.
The wind's coming.
I'll take it.
J-Rad's gonna go. He's called the win.
I feel like you got lucky with the win that Kahoot just straight up muffed himself.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
If Kahoot would have
uh,
still been there, I feel like J-Rad could have held them both off.
That's
Absolutely.
just classic Kahoot, mate. What can you say?
Mate, he loves
Yeah,
to spin under a safety car, doesn't he?
Josie,
He's
should I
not
tell
spinning,
them
he's not happy.
what he said?
What do you
That he
say?
told me. He was
he
saying,
say?
J-Rad, don't bin it like I did in Hungary.
Oh yeah.
Now, okay, hey, Jared, did he say that?
Yes.
Muppet of the
He
day.
actually did.
Absolute Muppet of the day. Look,
He said it
Kahoot.
like 4 times, mate. He
did.
said it like 4 fucking times.
So Kahoot, not only has he spun under the safety car, you haven't seen it, but he's
Can
actually
we get him the party
mate.
for
He's
fucking goofy person of the day?
mate. He's get him in the party. Yeah, let's get him in the party.
Okay.
Now, J-Rad, if you want more incentive, here it is. Clapsy in the chat, right, has put this. You win your first Division 1 race, and Clapsy's going to buy you a Sully shirt and cap. So there you go, mate, for your first win. So Clapsy's put that in the chat. Hopefully that's not Clapsy's had his account taken over by Dutchy, because we all know when's payday, Dutchy? You owe us 20 subs. Show up. But
Upper
mate,
claps.
yes. He's
Look who
joined.
it is.
He
Oh,
is.
there's a
Look
Muppet
who
of the
it
day.
is.
Ladies and gentlemen, just
Oh.
joining us, Muppet of the
Oh.
Day.
Oh, brother.
Hey,
Bro,
Kahoot.
I'm
Let-
warming
let-
up my tires, and then my brake pedal went flat, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm
Okay,
in the wall.
okay. Kahoot, is it true? Is it true in the party chat? You said multiple times, up to 4 or 5 times, I don't want to do what I did in Hungary. Is that true?
No.
No,
He was
no,
he
that's
was
not
telling
true
me
at all.
don't do. He was telling me.
I legit said, 'cause J-Rod was freaking out, and I've gone, mate, just
Yeah.
relax, have a Coke, put your feet up,
Yeah.
don't overdo it, mate. Just enjoy
Exactly.
yourself.
That's
And I
it.
was
Famous
like,
last
I was
word.
like, okay, I got my tires warm, I had to get my rears warm, I had them going,
Yeah.
and I went to go brake, and
Mhm.
my brake pedal, like, it just went back to the very back and didn't brake, and I was like, oh, yep, I'm in the wall. Yep.
Well, let me just say,
And-
we didn't think anybody was going to top Muppet of the Day after Curtis literally pulled the best
Exactly.
hash
Hey,
move
look, man,
ever and
what
put a
happened?
hash into the wall in your safety
What
car.
happened to him?
And then you
Put it in
did
the
it.
wall. Yeah.
Made it
My-
look like he
I-
just
I'm-
straight up out broke himself into
Exactly.
the final
So he
corner,
just
locked
he
up,
just
and went straight
he
into
just
the wall.
flung it into. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
look, I
And I
went
was,
to brake,
I was literally like,
and then nothing
nobody's gonna
happened.
top
Yeah.
that. And
Now-
then you got
yeah.
Kahoot over here. He's like, hold my beer.
Exactly. Hold my beer. But
Hold
Kahoot,
my beer. Brake pedal goes flat. I go,
Yeah.
oh shit.
and then
Blame it on the
when you
Fanatec, mate.
and then when you think that Kahoot can't become a bigger Muppet, he takes out his own teammate
Oh, bro,
on the
that was
finish
orchestrated.
line.
That was
on,
orchestrated.
on the finish line, he's taking him out.
I had a half spin coming onto the straight, and I've gone, oh shit. All right, Harry, you can have P6, mate. Don't worry about me. He goes, no, 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 no. And I'm just like, you have him P6.
Exactly.
So I punted him and still beat him.
Nah, fair enough. So, boys,
So
are
funny.
you all in the chat for the spin and win? Are you all there waiting in the chat?
Oh, yeah, hold
Oh
on.
no
hold
no
on.
no!
No.
I'm going
Two
right now.
secs.
Jump in, get
Wait,
on the
hold
stream.
Up, fucking hold up.
Yes, wait till because you guys got to have the chance. Jump in, get on the stream, so everyone has a chance to win.
J-Rad wins it, to be
So,
fair.
do I get like a double chance because I got Muppet of the Day? Or-
Honestly, I feel bad.
No
enough for him.
chance,
Let's
because
just
you
do
literally
that,
got, what, 7 fucking spins?
Tell
2
me when
weeks
you're
ago
in,
before you
boys.
finally won
Tell me
something?
when you're in,
mate. Jack,
and
mate.
then we'll get the spin going.
That is true. That is true.
That is true.
Yeah, just don't worry about the name.
Dude,
just
hold up.
leave
Hold on,
it.
bro.
All
Hold
right.
on, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, just let me know.
I don't know what
J-Rad's
fucking
in.
internet on. Hold up.
It's okay, man. Just say you're in.
Fucking
Just say
type
hello.
on Twitch.
Oh no!
Just Twitch.
Exactly.
Oh no!
Okay, we're all good.
Okay, just my fucking Twitch one alone. There we go.
Yes, exactly. Now, just give me 2 seconds, guys, because I just need to make a change. Because
It's gonna be bad. I'm just gonna watch this back. This whole stream back tonight.
yeah, I know. Bear with me, mate. I've just got to.
Noodles is. I mean,
We've
yeah,
had
that's
2
correct,
noodles
correct.
for the last 2 weeks, haven't we? Yeah. So we've got to get rid
I'm
of
not
some
lucky for it,
donuts.
mate.
Okay.
I'll take donuts. Fucking love donuts.
Yeah, I know.
We got
Oh.
Canada.
I don't get any of that in the bush down here.
Okay, so what is returning chatter? Zero? What is? G'day, mate. Okay, so, radio, let's see. You all in the chat, boys?
Yeah,
Okay,
mate.
let's go. Let's see if we can get a winner tonight. Got to be in the chat. And our winner is
Oh, well,
Claps. Claps,
Oh.
Claps is in there. Say hello, Claps. He must have been picked out that many freaking times. It's not funny. He's in,
Mate, how many donuts does he have at this point? Fucking.
mate. He's got a few, but
Well,
Claps, are you there?
He's got, bro, he's got an account at Krispy Kreme by now.
He's got an account of Krispy Kreme. Are you there, Claps? Say hello.
Nah, it's all good. He's not there. He'll give it to
No,
me.
you're not
He said,
there. Got to
I'll take
respin.
him.
Sorry, lads.
No, he said he'd give it to
5,
me. I'll take it.
4, 3, 2, 1. No, respin. Claps
Okay,
was
hold up.
Well, okay.
What do you mean, hold up, brother? You've had like 3 years to get in here.
Mate, just shut up, Spinner, okay? I don't want okay, you can go.
It's a respin. Claps isn't in the chat. You didn't say yo.
Yep.
Are you in?
He's gone taking
Need-
a shit
need
or
the-
something.
Yep.
Need the winner.
Are we ready?
Exclamation mark winner.
We're ready, mate.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
Ready?
close.
Here we go.
Oh,
Claps. You're too late. Claps. Claps. You're too late.
Why would
Okay.
you fucking do it?
50
when you
bucks.
asked him to?
50 bucks. Claps gets spun again. Winner. Winner is. Oh, it's cute.
Let's go, Relics.
Oh my
Relics.
God.
Relics is the
Please
winner.
add like 10
The
donuts,
goat.
please.
Okay, so let's spin this up. Let's see what he wins.
And
And he's got a free month. So hang on. That is a simple one. Now, Claps was actually buying something on Sully, so I'm